What is up, guys? Darthanash6 here with a final X-Saber deck profile. So this is the X-Saber Tri-Brigade list I've been running for the last few weeks now, post-crossout designator. I was able to get a playset of them. It took me a little while to get used to playing with them, but eventually I grew very comfortable with it. I've had a really good time with it. Also, guys, this video is going to count towards getting a hold of a sealed box of King's Court and a sealed 2021 tin. So remember, for that, you have to subscribe, you have to like this video, and then in the Arizona vlog, you've got to go and check how many times I show these two products, whether it's zooming in on them or a brief flash on camera. So let's hop right into this deck profile so I can show you guys what I ran. For the X-Sabers, it's a much smaller package than it has been in previous iterations. We're running 2 X-Saber Airbellum, 2 X-Saber, double X-Saber Dark Soul, 1 Boggart Knight, 1 double X-Saber Ragigura, and 1 double X-Saber Fultrol. So it's just 7 cards this time, but the thing is that X-Saber Airbellum helps you facilitate plays such as going into Naturia Beast, double X-Saber Hyunlei, which is a heavy storm, and it also helps you get into X-Saber Gothams to be able to do the classic and infamous hand rip. Double X-Saber Dark Soul, what he does is that the moment he leaves the field, hits the graveyard, for your end phase that turn, not even just your end phase, for any end phase that he hits the grave, he's going to be able to add any of these other cards, including himself, to your hand. That means that Tri-Brigade Karis is never going to be a dead card in your hand. All except double X-Saber Fultrol, all the other X-Sabers that you run in your deck are targets to pitch for cost to special summon Tri-Brigade Karis. Double X-Saber Boggart Knight helps add monsters on field to be able to link climb up into Ferjit. Double X-Saber Ragigura is very similar to Dark Soul in the way that he's going to constantly be able to recur resources from your grave to your hand to pitch for cost for Karis. Also, he does help facilitate the loop to rip cards out of your opponent's hand with Gothams. Double X-Saber Fultrol is a body on board, a monster reborn, and once again helps facilitate that hand rip. I would say out of all of these, though, Boggart Knight, Airbellum, and Dark Soul are the most important. We only run 1 Boggart Knight, though, because he does get cloggy at times. He specifically requires a normal summon to be able to get its effect off. For the Tri-Brigade package, we run 3 Fractal, 3 Kit, only 2 Nerval, and 3 Karis. Most people are running 3-3-3-2. I decided to change it up to 2 Nerval and 3 Karis, mainly because Karis helps bring out Naturia Beast. And of course, we run 2 Tri-Brigade Revolt, probably one of the biggest blowout cards in the game at this moment. If you activate Tri-Brigade Revolt, more often than not, you're winning that game. Now into consistency and starters, we run 3 Rescue Cat and 1 Fire Formation Tenki. A single Rescue Cat will guarantee you a Naturia Beast and the Simorgh lock. Fire Formation Tenki searches your Fractal, which gets all of your plays going. For more consistency, 2 Pot of Prosperity and 1 Triple Tactics Talent. I was originally running 2 Pot of Prosperity and 2 Talents. It was getting a little cloggy. Then I saw a video on Yishan's channel where he interviews somebody who got top 8 at the Extravaganza with a Melfi Brigade deck profile. I'm going to put that video, the link to it right up here on a card so that you can go and check it out. The guy who got top 8 gives a very detailed explanation on why he prefers 2 Prosperity to 1 TTT. I cannot do that explanation justice, so please, once this video is over, go check that out and see why he runs this 2-1 ratio. One random tech that I started playing because I saw somebody in Colorado doing this is 1 Blackwing Zephyros the Elite. Zephyros is going to be a target for Karis to pitch for cost. You're going to be able to bounce back your Tenki with Zephyros on the field. It's a really good extender, and every time that I saw it in my hand, I really appreciated it. Test it out, see if you like it. I liked it. It also helps going into Simorgh. For hand traps or ways to stop your opponent from playing the game, we run 2 Ash, 2 Dark Ruler, and 1 Called by the Grave. This right here I felt would help me go first or second. Mine's the Called by the Grave. That's just a going first card. Next up, we've got the fabled card of this meta, Crossout, with its targets Ghost Bell, Valor, and Imperm. These were the 3 cards that I deemed were the biggest hindrance to my deck. Ghost Bell stops Revolt, and Valor and Imperm stop any of your Tri-Brigades from going off. I also have Dark Ruler No More, and I've got Ash Blossom and Called by the Grave. If I had Crossout Designator in hand, then I knew that my plays were going to be able to go through, and I didn't have to worry about anything. And for the last 3, these are kind of the blowout cards that if you drop them, you're probably winning. It's 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 1 Imperial Order, and Barrier Statue of the Storm Winds. Now we go into the extra deck. Like I said before, Naturia Beast, one of the most powerful cards in the game. I honestly wish it had more attack, but if it did have more attack, it would be much more of a problem than it is right now. It's the card that nobody expects to be running when they see Tri-Brigade. They think, oh, I'm just going to have to deal with a lot of Revolts, with Appaloosa, with Double Dragon Lords, but no, you drop a Simorg and you drop a Naturia Beast, and your opponent is caught off guard. For the X-Saber Synchros, I got back into running Hyunlei. Hyunlei as a heavy storm, I figured, didn't really go into it once, but I liked being able to have the option. And Gotham's is a level 9 synchro that only requires a tuner and a non-tuner. Actually, it doesn't even require a non-tuner. It's one of the only cards in the game that can be synchro summoned using 2 tuners. The fact that it has 3100 attack is a big deal in the game right now. It can get over a lot of boss monsters. It also facilitates this hand loop, which, if you do want to see that, make sure that this video gets at minimum 30 likes, and I'll do an X-Saber combo video for you guys. For the Tri-Brigade links, we've got 2 Ferajit, we've got 2 Bearbrum, 1 Rugal, and then we have 3 Shurig. 2 Ferajit helps facilitate building better boards and the mid-game. 3 Shurig, you're going to use 2. Always going to use 2 to be able to clear your opponent's board and push for game. The first one, more often than not, or the third one, more often than not, is going to help you facilitate searches for Rescue Cat or any of the other level 4 or lower cards in your deck. El Mirage is for consistency when you open up bricky hands. For the 3 cards that you're usually going into off of the Tri-Brigade monsters effects, you've got Double Dragon Lords, aka Compulsory Evacuation Device. You've got Hresvelgard, which is very good interruption to get around certain monster effects. If somebody targets something in the grave, you can just quick effect activate Hresvelgard, and then boom, they can't do anything. Simorg is a blowout card. You drop Simorg, you special summon Barrier Statue of the Storm Winds, and then during your opponent's end phase, if Simorg is still on board, you special summon a Nerval, and then you can use Nerval's effect during your turn. Simorg is a fantastic card. I am glad that I have put it back in. It's fantastic. Last card is Appaloosa. I think out of both of the tournaments that I went to, Colorado and Arizona, I summoned Appaloosa 2 times. Only 2 times. Out of the 3 different tournaments that I went to, Appaloosa is good if you can get it out at the start of your combo. The issue with Tri-Brigade and any variations is that you're usually ending on Appaloosa, which kind of defeats the purpose of Appaloosa. So many people have cards like Dark Ruler No More, Forbidden Droplets, and other blowout cards that Appaloosa can't respond to. I've learned that it's a lot safer to end on a board with Naturia Beast and a Barrier Statue, or Naturia Beast and Dragon Lords, or Naturia Beast and even a set Revolt is going to be a lot safer than dropping on Appaloosa. I just feel much safer with a Barrier Statue and a Nat Beast on board. Here's for the side deck that I was using for the past few weeks. 2 Alpha, the Master of Beasts. This card helped me steal so many wins. You can use it to bait out the Dragoon Negate. It helps Karis not be a dead card in hand because it is a beast. You can discard it for Karis. The fact that it is just a free 3000 attack monster is amazing. And also its special summon effect is not once per turn. So if you drop it on board, bounce a monster to hand, and then you can drop it on board again if your opponent has any monster left on the field. Alpha is an underrated card in Tri-Brigade decks, any kind of Tri-Brigade variant, whether it's Malfi, Lyrilusk, or X-Saber, or even Fire Fist. Glad Beast, because those are other variations that people are playing around with. Ally of Justice Cycle Reader for the Drytron matchup. I do not need to say anything else beyond that. These are more cross-out designator targets. Lancia shuts down the deck. Droll heavily hinders the deck. Nibiru is really annoying towards the deck. Nibiru, more often than not, is going to stop your push for going for game. So if you're able to drop a cross-out designator on your opponent's Nibiru, you've got game. I hate back row. Eradicator Epidemic Virus was my spicy tech for this last month. More often than not, I'm using it to declare spells, and I can tribute Shurig. The cool thing is that if you tribute Shurig off of Eradicator Epidemic Virus, you're going to get that search off of Shurig to push through with a follow-up. Eradicator Epidemic Virus is also in there because I am terrified of Crossout Designator. It's a blowout card that nobody is expecting, and the fact that you can get follow-up through it, it's almost an extender, is fantastic. So that's the deck. Really hope that you guys liked it. Remember, for the giveaway, you have to like this video. You've got to like the Arizona vlog. You've got to subscribe. Get your friends to subscribe. I'm also going to put the links down in my bio below to my Instagram and my Twitter, so that way you're going to be able to get a hold of me and see who the giveaway is. If you share those profiles, those posts with people, there's more of a chance that you can win. If there's anything at all that you liked or that you found spicy or something that you want to talk to me about, like, hey, I think you could have done this better, please write it down in the comments below. I want to know what you guys think. I love X-Sabers, and if you really, really enjoyed it as much as I have, you're going to get this video to at least 30 likes so I can show you some of the combos that I've been doing. And that's it. The next deck profile you see isn't going to be X-Sabers. This was it. I really enjoyed this, and I think I've made X-Sabers as competitive as possible. Thanks for joining me for this journey. I'll see you around in the next video.